Dana is my super weapon. That's what I call her. She's my super weapon.
Flanagan here with us in the
I love it.
Real Stuff Show.
So let me tell you something a little bit about Dana. Maybe a little background about Dana. What we have right now happening is a migration of people that are coming from not only buyers and sellers looking to migrate back and forth from the Northeast, but we have superstar real estate agents like Dana Flanagan coming down here, and she's poaching amazing deals because she is the real deal.
Of course, and see how beautiful she is doing selfie like this. Dana, you're gonna tag us, okay? Tag our show.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
So Dana, the real stuff. Well, you don't want any BS. We don't want any fluff. What we want is a real juicy story about what inspires you. You know, as Augusto has been telling people, Cinco de Mayo is more than just a party, right? It's about overcoming like adversity. What has been in your 20 years of real estate, right?
That's correct.
What has been your overcoming adversity for your business?
Oh, wow. Gosh, I've been through every market. I'm licensed in multiple states, so I would say my biggest challenge has actually been coming down to Florida. I come from Connecticut. I was a top agent selling over 100 homes a year. I still do business there. I still do this, maybe not the same amount of business, but shifting down to Florida, it's, for lack of a better word for me, it was like the wild, wild west. Right. It is just loaded with agents from all walks of life, from all different parts of the world and country. And
do you have a lot of diversity in Connecticut versus down here in South Miami?
Not like this, no, not like this. It's much more stable. I feel like you have the same type of clientele, steady through and through. Here, it's you've got people that can't qualify for a mortgage on one end, and then you've got cash buyers dropping $10 million. So it's definitely very diverse, instead of just the your typical family with the two kids and they're both teachers and they're buying a $500,000 house in Connecticut.
So probably adaptation, right? Adaptation was something important for you coming down here. You have to completely rethink your business.
I love that word.
And try to, approach it in different ways, because here is completely different than you had before, right?
So what have you done to take yourself out of the cookie cutter box to adapt to a new real estate market? What is something that you do that other agents here might not have access to?
Yeah, so I still maintain my business in Connecticut. Unlike a lot of agents up north that get their license in real estate in Florida, quote unquote, and they maybe come down as a snowbird or they come down for vacation and feel like it might be a good idea. I literally go back and forth every week.
Okay.
I go back and forth every week or every 2 weeks. So I'm 2 weeks in Florida, a week in Connecticut, back and forth. And
anything marketing that you do that's unique?
Yeah, so I host a South Florida real estate show called American Dream.
Oh, we have a celebrity in front of us
so
right
I
here.
have a TV, media, and production background as well. I host and produce 4 TV shows, American Dream being one of them. The other ones are all self-produced and women hosted and produced.
Okay.
And we're national. We're on the Travel Channel and WeTV and a bunch of other outlets. So I have 2 real estate shows. One is called Places and Spaces in New England. One is the American Dream in South Florida.
Speak a little bit closer to the microphone, please.
And then I also host and produce a women's travel show and then a women's ski travel show. So I have a lot of media content background where I'm not afraid in front of the camera. Very good with social media. I meet a lot of people in my job.
And valuable content right now is the king, right? And the queen. To capture people, you have to create a content that will potentially help people, correct? You have a little bit of this approach as well?
Absolutely, yeah. So whenever I meet somebody, I always try to find out their story, find out a way we can connect, and find out a way that I can bring value to their business or to their life, and in turn, ask them if there's anything I can help them with. So that's been invaluable to me because I have made contacts all over the country and all over the world that have helped me elevate my business and elevate my life. So it's not always just about working, right? So sometimes when you're just having fun and you're authentic and trying to help people, business comes to you.
Okay, so there's probably a lot of naysayers out there. They're like, "Oh God, yeah. Let me do a podcast, see what it does. Let me do a little movie thing. Let me see what it does." Tell everybody out there right now. Give me a really juicy opportunity that came to you from your networking through your media sources to inspire people that maybe try to go out there and do that as well too. What's a good deal that you might have gotten?
Well, I've gotten quite a few. I've met some really great celebrities that have been really genuine and just genuinely like me and want to work with me. I'm not really impressed by like the flash.
Right.
I'm impressed by people, and when people are more humble to me, it's actually more attractive to me to want to work with them than if they're just kind of flashy. You see a lot of that in South Florida. So,
any good listings or sales that came from like your network through this? Like, give yourself a little plug. It's okay.
Yeah. So I started working for some family offices, private equity firms, investment firms, and people that raise capital. Those people are extremely connected. I started working for them as a global real estate advisor.
Perfect.
So I decided, you know what, I think I have something here. I'm going to pursue these type of businesses around the country. So I work for quite a few families. I can't say who they are, but one of them used to work for the Rockefellers, and they've connected me to developers and people that need my expertise. And it's not even in an area that I may be super knowledgeable of, but then I go there, I find out the area, I immerse myself in the area, and all of a sudden, I feel like I know more about it than most people because I take so much time to study it.
Right.
So it's all about educating yourself and taking the time to get to know people, learning their story, and really just getting involved. And that's what I did when I came to South Florida. I joined everything immediately. Right. I reached out on Facebook and said, who wants to meet me? Top producer coming from Connecticut. Would love to return business to people like attorneys and that sort of thing, and everybody was blowing up my phone.
Yeah, we have a description that says, "Don't be a secret agent." Yes. Don't be a secret. And you're a great definition of that. You're the secret weapon. You're not the secret agent.
Exactly.
Which I love it. That's awesome. Augusto, anything else for Dano?
No, Dana, do you have someone that you want to celebrate today? Is there anyone that you would like to remember today in this beautiful Cinco de Mayo?
Well, I have a lot of people that I would like to thank for, their support through my career. I actually would like to give a shout out to my fiance, Mark, because he has been super, super supportive. I travel a lot. He's in the mortgage industry, and it has not been easy the last few years. He quit his job during COVID in the medical field for various reasons. And, we're kind of navigating this back and forth, Florida, Connecticut, global real estate life together. And, with the interest rates the way they are right now, with the market the way it is, with houses going, in multiple offers with, 25, 30 showings or offers, I should say. And, buyers not getting them one after another after another.
And he travels a lot with you, right?
He does, but then he's also home a lot working because he needs to be at a computer for his job.
We've heard that before too. Having a strong person behind you sometimes really kind of makes you motivated to go forward a little bit further too, which is great. So
yeah, and I don't mind it. It's great. We definitely support each other, and
awesome.
I love the travel and I love the business.
Well, Mark, you got a big fan here, so and we appreciate all the love that you're giving to our group as well too. So thank you so much.
And I have to say thank you to Jay too, because we worked together in South Florida on the real estate team, and
we love you.
And he's been great. So
you're amazing.
Dana, how can we find you? Tell us.
You can find me on Instagram at Dana Flanagan Official. Dana Flanagan on Facebook and LinkedIn. And
what brokers are you with?
I'm with Sotheby's.
Everywhere.
And the curated collection group
good
at
plug.
Sotheby's in South Florida.
There it is. Nice job.
Yes, thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Dana.
Thank you.
So a shout out to the Captain Painters. Now, the Captain Painters I have had the pleasure of working with for the last 3 years. And not only what I love about them, not only obviously they do painting, but they also do a lot of interior renovation work as well too. And the unique proposition that the Captain Painters really, I think, that they install in the client side of the business is that they treat your home, and it's a kind of a tagline that they've developed, like a temple. And to me, I think that adds a lot of culture to their personality, because when you get a normal trades person that kind of comes in there, they're there to do the job and not really, in a sense, service the client. And when you talk about interiors, you're talking about customization, you're talking about design. And I really feel very comfortable when I recommend them to a job, because they really come in there and they look at the big picture, not just the job itself.